All right, so going over this graph, because there's this negative here, there's a reflection over the x-axis. I know that it's going to be a cubic function, so it's going to have, it always does that for some reason. So it's going to have that shape. I have a horizontal shift of -2 and a vertical shift of -2. So normally, right, it's going to do that, but because of the reflection, that's going to get reflected down and that's going to get reflected up. So that's the shape that's going to get translated. And so that's going to get translated over 2 and down 2. So over 2 and down 2. Then the next one, so it's absolute value, but because of that negative, that's a reflection, so that's going to get reflected down. And then I have a horizontal shift of 4 and a vertical shift of 6. And so there's my graph. Now for this one, my domain is -infinity to +infinity. My range is going to be from -infinity, and it's going to stop here at 6. Looking at this one, it's exponential. I'm going to use a different color. So normally, it has that kind of shape, but it's going to get reflected. So it's going to get reflected, right? So it's going to actually look like that. And then there's a horizontal shift of 4 and a vertical shift of -6. And then that's going to get shifted down -6 as well. And so now I can draw in my graph. And so my domain is still -infinity to +infinity, but my range is from -infinity and it stops here at -6. For the following graph, apply the transformation. So f of x plus 1, it just means everything moves up 1 point. If it has a reflection in it, so negative f of x, you have to apply the reflection first. So applying the reflection, right, so it's going to do that, and then you're going to shift it up 4 spaces. I know it didn't scale it very well, right, but the radius is 3. Oh, it should have been here. There we go. That's much better. So just make sure you apply the reflection first. It says reflect across the x-axis and shift up 2 spaces. So let's kind of visualize it. So reflect and then up 1 unit. Okay, so that's the square root of x plus 1. And then the next one, it's going to be shift up 1 unit and then reflect across the x-axis. So shift up 1 unit and then reflect across the x-axis. So that's saying the square root of x plus 1 and then reflect across the x-axis. So that becomes negative square root of x minus 1.